Okay, our mics are on, but they're not. Bro, this shit was broken last week. If we do this, we can hear. Can you hear your? Oh shit! I need to. You see, now we can hear the music and ourselves.
Can I?
You're listening to Chapman Radio.
I can't tell.
Listen to hit music
Can you
all day
hear?
long.
No,
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Tune into Vibe with Bonnie, only on Chapman
Turning our
Radio.
mics down. I usually wait like 2 minutes to see if anyone comes on.
How do you see that?
Oh, you can see how many people are viewing, but not who.
The one podcast that I tuned into was...
Wait, what?
The one podcast I tuned into was like...
Oh yeah,
Like,
and you were
talking about it, and I was like, wow.
Back and watch the show. Dope sick rodeo.
We'll start back.
Oh my darling, can you see we're victims of the times? Baby, going down in love, sorry, and ain't that a shame? Oh my darling, can you see we're victims of the times?
I'm like, am I sucking in enough? Oh, bye. Wait.
Let's start a sparkler for the end of the world. It's getting darker, but the neon still burns. So grab my hand, only it's gonna hurt.
Okay, hey guys. Oh, wait. Okay, hey guys. Sorry, I forgot to turn the microphones on. I also turned Radio DJ off, and I'm gonna turn it back on so I don't forget to do that. One sec. Sorry. I'm like, sorry. I'm not great at the technical stuff here. Only the dare I say
talking part?
talent.
So much talent in this.
Dare
room
I
right
say
now.
talent,
So
guys?
much talent.
Travis Bartosh was at the Chapman School of Comm graduation, and I like went up to him and I was like, I just want to like thank you so much. Like, I love Chapman Radio. Like, I really appreciate you like letting us have so much like creative freedom and stuff. And I think he listened to my show, or we just did peer reviews. I still need to turn mine in, which is bad. I've just been so fucking busy. We did peer reviews, and somehow out of the 300 people I could get assigned to, I got assigned to my ex-boyfriend's best friend. I think I said this last episode. But it's like, that's honestly like the least part of his identity that resonates with me. We were supposed to live together. If you can't tell, things didn't end super well. And he had to review my show, and he's like, which one should I listen to? I was like, fuck, like this one.
You're like none.
I'm like
Please, I'm scared.
none. I'm like literally like I'm talking shit about you, your friends, like you're fucking.
And that is okay.
Yeah, not
It's
good.
okay.
Not good. But so he reviewed my show, and it was the one where me and Kiana talked about JoJo Siwa and chibbing and grinding and scissoring. So I think Travis heard that. Sorry.
If there was one to tune into, that was the one.
That was the one, for real. This may be the one. Guys, we have my best friend from home, Bella Morgan. I once again wish I knew how to do the sound effects. Woo! I'm like, did I just blow your ear out? Like, holy shit. Yeah, we have my best friend from home here. I've been trying to get her on the show because I have the worst possible schedule for this. It's really hard to get my friends on because they're like, what do you mean it's in Orange County at 11 p.m. on a Sunday?
Who doesn't want to be in Orange County at 11 p.m. on a
Sound like
Sunday?
that P-Safe officer I called didn't want to be. She was like, I didn't know you guys went this late. I'm like, yeah.
She's like, "Damn
I'm
it."
like, we don't. It's just me. It's only me that goes this late. I'm like, what should we talk about first? We have so much to talk about. There's certain things that I feel like it's gonna be like one of us brings up something and I'm gonna be like, no, or you're gonna be like, no.
There are too many things.
How long have we known? We've known each other since we were 12, so 10 years.
Yeah.
10
7th grade.
Years.
7th grade.
I came to Archer in 6th grade. I came to my all-girls school in Los Angeles. That's not the name of it.
That's definitely not what it was.
That's totally not where...
It was a different all-girls school.
It's totally not where we dabble in employment sometimes as well.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from that now that I think about it.
Yeah. But we met.
Because I more than dabble in employment.
Yeah, I dabble. She dribbles.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but we met in 7th grade. We have the same name, fucking obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We played club volleyball, varsity volleyball, beach varsity volleyball. We did everything together. Everyone was scared of Bella in high school because she never fucking spoke, like literally ever. I was like the only person you would speak to besides like that one bitch we don't talk to anymore.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, we're already getting into that. Yeah.
No, not that girl. I'm talking about...
I know there could be a few.
I'm talking about the one with the curly hair.
What?
The one that's on Ozempic.
What?
The one who's really, really fucking rich.
I'm
like the one whose dad reversed over the dog with their car somehow. I'm like, that was so crazy that happened. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, we don't even need to get into that.
Yeah.
How close should I have this to my face right now?
I don't know. To be completely honest,
can't
like
tell.
sometimes I listen back to the audio and I'm like, that sounds like shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe it says we're supposed to flirt with the red, but I'm always like in the red.
We're flirting with the red.
We're flirting with the red.
Okay, so I gotta maybe get a little closer.
No, this is like,
Flirting with the red.
But this is okay.
Okay.
This is okay.
Okay, so we're good.
Also, guys, I'm like not feeling super good because I literally fully incapacitated myself yesterday.
Let's talk about yesterday.
So I graduated this weekend. Yay!
Time for an identity crisis.
It's already happening. It's already been happening.
It's been happening.
It's been happening since I was born.
Yeah. And that is okay.
Or like it's called bipolar disorder. I don't have
We have
bipolar.
since
I'd like to
diagnosed
make that
it.
clear.
We've diagnosed it.
Or like it's called it's called being bisexual.
No, so talk about yesterday and what went down.
So
I wasn't there,
basically,
so I need a rundown too.
I had commencement on Friday. I'm like, I'll tell you as much as I can remember.
Yeah.
I had commencement on Friday. Great, whatever. My whole family's here. My mom had been like planning stuff for graduation, and to be completely honest, it had like really been stressing me out because I'm like, girl, everyone's graduating. I don't think you understand. I don't know how many people will be able to come to a fucking dinner 9 weeks from now in Newport Beach. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But like a big thing out here is like renting Duffy's. I had never been on one. My mom rented one, very nice. It was like $300 and I only remember an hour of it. Sorry.
And that's okay.
I like feel bad about that though. Like I feel like disappointed in myself.
But that's like why you got the boat though, I feel like.
Yeah,
that's what
I don't
you guys were
know.
supposed to be doing.
I also like I know I talk a lot about on here about like how lit I am, but like guys, I'm like also really smart. That's like I'm in like the honors program and stuff at school. I'm very locked in. So I've been very locked in. I had like 19 finals, like dead ass. Like that's a real fucking number. Over a 3-week period. So it was just like, it was a lot. And I went a little too hard yesterday. I feel like it's also really, it's really dangerous when you're drinking light liquor. I took 3 tequila shots before I left.
Wait, so you pre-gamed with tequila and then you had champagne?
We pre-gamed with everything.
Okay, well that might have been where you went wrong.
We pre-gamed with everything. Oh, wait, no, this is the other part I left out, too. Me and Emma went to Zocala's in the morning to get a Mama Mimosa. If you don't know what that is, it's...
Are they huge?
It's an entire bottle of champagne. Or maybe even more. is 1.5.
Don't ask me that. I don't
Whatever.
know.
It's a lot. It's like so much. Like literally, the cup is like this big. This fucking big. And we drank all that, and that wasn't the pregame. That was breakfast. We started drinking that at breakfast. Went on the boat, had so much fun from what I can remember. Saw some really terrifying photos of me. I woke up, and I'm going to try to be really vulnerable on here. I'm going to say something that's really embarrassing that happens to me sometimes. Sometimes when I get too fucking drunk, I pee myself in my sleep. And by sometimes, I mean...
Every time.
Almost any time I black out. Like... And that's why I get scared about sleeping at people's houses too.
Yeah. In case you wake up and there's a surprise.
In case
there might be a surprise in the morning.
It's like so bad too, because it's not even like your period where you can like hide it. Like it's like they're like, bitch, why is the entire mattress?
And you can't. And the thing is now you can't blame it on the dog because she's not here. I feel like maybe in the past you could have been like, oh my god, Samba. No.
I woke up in my bed by myself, which was the first issue because my friend was staying with me and I was like, where the fuck did she go?
Where was she?
She was on the couch.
Okay.
And I guess the night before she had slept in the bed and I had slept on the couch because I Postmated Taco Bell after going to the bar because she was like, I can't go out. And I was like, that's fine, I understand. Like, you're on a time change. And I ordered Taco Bell, and I was like, I really want to pig out and, like, be able to get, like, pintos and cheese on my chest. So I'm going to lay on the couch.
Smart. Yeah.
Yes. But, yeah, I pee myself sometimes when I drink too much. Fun fact.
I feel like that's not even the worst part about it for you. Like,
That's why I didn't drink that much at Coachella, bro. He's probably like, you didn't drink that much at Coachella?
No, but, I mean, the peeing, yes. But you call me sometimes in the morning, and you're like, oh my god, I ordered food. Either it's left outside or it's in your bed with you and you're like snuggling with a burrito all night.
Oh my god, I said, what I get from Taco Bell, I got like a pintos and cheese, 2 Doritos Locos tacos, and a grilled cheese burrito. Also, I have an entire drawer at my apartment dedicated to Taco Bell sauce.
That's my car, my glove
Homeboy opened it trying to fucking find like a straw or something, and he was like, "This is just a drawer of Taco Bell." I was like,
"And what?"
And what?
Yeah.
And what? I was gonna make a joke, but I realized it's a joke we can't make on.
We can make it later.
Me and Bella make lots of jokes about things, and then we're like, "Oh, that's like actually really offensive if someone like who didn't know us heard it."
It's a lot of love.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a lot of love. No, I do that thing with food a lot. I actually did it. Me and Seb went to a party. I was like a fucking demon. Like, so bad. So bad.
Seb wants to know how to call in.
Oh.
He says, how do I call in?
How do you call in? I'm like, guys, imagine if I knew how to work the technology properly. Oh, wait, the phone's, like, not even here, TBH. It's usually right there, and it's not even in. But you know what we can do? Bella, pull that microphone this way. Twist that arm around.
Let's give him a call.
We can do an interpretive calling version. I'm like Seb FaceTime me.
Throw it on speaker.
And
you want to put it on my purse? It'll be closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Or
no, I ordered $90 of pizza when we got back from this party the other night. Oh, Seb goes, it's okay, I'll do it later.
Oh.
Okay, well, your ass better be back.
Well, we're ready for you.
We're ready
later.
for you.
Yeah.
I do order a lot of food. I ordered $90 of pizza somehow. Didn't mean to fucking do that. Blacked out so bad. Homeboy calls Seb and was like, where are you at? And I go, hey, babe. So drunk. Hey, babe, why the fuck didn't you call? I'm like, I understand why he got mad at me this week. It's because I very aggressively yelled at him, and also, this is like probably bad for me to say, but I'm gonna say it.
Oh no.
I got into a fight with one of his because I'm friends with his roommate. I got into a fight with one of his roommate's friends.
Did you tell me about this?
His fucking roommate's friend literally looked like Papa's Pizzeria.
Oh, yes, you did. I remember.
Bro, it, you know that shit you, make like on like what's it? It's like iHeartGames.com.
Well,
It's
yeah.
literally Papa's Pizzeria,
Mm-hmm.
and it's this very large man with a mustache. I told him, I said, well, because he was like, I can fuck like this chick, I can do whatever I want, like just saying like really misogynistic stuff.
It's not even that though. If you're ugly, you have to have a good personality or be nice.
Well, that's the thing where it's like
and maybe
nothing
he
matters.
wasn't
Nothing
aware.
matters if you're a good person, but if you're being a misogynistic piece of shit, I'm gonna take the low shot at you.
Yeah, well, sometimes people just set you right up to say shit like that.
Well, he was like literally acting like he was like Jacob Elordi. And I said, bro, don't be talking shit with your BMI being 30. That's what I said.
Which that's kind of like a crazy dig too, because
It's
whenever-
mathematical.
No, but it's that. And it's whenever I think of BMI, I think of We,
Oh, yeah.
the old Wii game. So I used to have.
Oh my
it
god,
was
yeah,
the-
you could like adjust your
yeah,
body.
It was so, but they had, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a flat thing that you stand on and it assesses your BMI. And when I was a kid, we would always do it and be like, you're fat or like something like that. But so when
That's
you said-
horrible. I'm like, that's horrible after I literally
That's
fried
horrible.
a guy
Let me
out
use
of a
it.
party.
Yeah. No, but that's what I think of when you say BMI. So I just think that's like a clever.
Yeah, no, it was just like, it was bad. It was a bad night for me. I like, once I see red, I just see red. I had to call my friend the next day and apologize. I was like, I'm really sorry, that like wasn't cool, but I gotta stand up for my boy, you know?
Yeah.
What? Time to lock
Gotta
in.
do what you gotta do.
Time to lock in. Never do that ever, unless it's about Donald Trump. That's another good one you can do it about. Have you seen that thing where they compared Donald Trump to different NFL stars, and they're like, what do you mean they're the same size?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's like I think he's like 6'4", like 260 or something, which is
Oh, really?
It's literally like a linebacker.
I thought it was like 6 foot, maybe.
No, he's like
I
very
thought it was
tall.
a short king.
No, Barron Trump is like 6'7".
Barron looks tall, but that's because he's like really skinny.
No, I
But
think
doesn't he like fuck? I don't. Can I say bad words? I can, right?
girl.
I know.
You
I
can
thought-
say everything
Okay.
except slurs.
Okay, well, I wasn't planning to come on here and rip out a bunch of slurs.
Donald Trump.
No, because Barron's at like NYU.
Yeah, I think he probably gets
Maybe I
bullied.
made that up.
He also
Maybe,
went
yeah.
right to college when that whole "I like my suitcase" thing went viral. Like, kill me. I think I'd kill myself.
Oh my gosh.
NYP. Damn it.
What?
Damn it. It's not public info.
Wait, what are you looking at?
Okay, this is cap. This is fake fucking news. You know he probably made them put this.
What?
This is from April 16th, 2025. President Trump is now 6'3", 224 pounds with 4.8% body fat. Bitch,
No.
I don't even think I got 4.8%
The
body
funny
fat.
thing is how they word it. Now he's this. Like, what? Did he grow? I think we're past that point.
Did he go to the pediatrician? Did they make him take his shoes
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Emma also ordered a bunch of Thai food yesterday, and then I like woke up at 4 a.m. and like put it in the fridge.
I feel like it's always a gamble to order food when you're drunk.
No,
because you never know when
I
you're
got
gonna-
so mad on the night of commencement. No, it was the night before.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, I ordered Dave's hot chicken because my roommate got sick. And so I was like, okay, like she also moved out of the apartment this week. Like I thought she was moving later. And so her bed and nothing was there. And like she was sick at our apartment, which is like a problem
What
because
did she have?
like
Something.
4 tequila shots.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
no.
okay.
And so I was like, let me order food and like I'll stay up and like take care of her as we navigate this. I ordered that shit 12:30. It came at 3 a.m. And it reassigned my dasher 4 times. I was getting fucking pissed. The people were like,
No, that's where it's a problem, and I feel like you have this problem a lot because you always order food. You gotta be with someone that's driving you home, and you can be like, hey, stop here.
And that's why guys, anytime me and Bella go out, I pay her to drive me home.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like,
or we always stop somewhere.
yeah, or I'm like, I'll get you a burrito. Take mama home.
Yeah, no, we do that a lot.
I think, what should we talk about? What should we talk about? We have a lot of, dude, fuck this. It was doing this last week, I forgot. We have a lot to talk about. I think one thing that's funny is because I'm moving out of my apartment, I'm going through everything right now that's like in my junk drawers and all this shit. And while I was going through...
Am I gonna tell this story?
Well, I wonder the way you're gonna tell it.
I could tell it in a more
versus
vague
me.
way, probably.
No, so basically, Bella wrote this note to me. Were you at my apartment when you wrote this?
No. I remember, so we met up at, I remember this very vividly, actually. I forgot that I wrote this, but I remember the conversation. Oh, it's ripped and everything. Wait, don't read it yet. So we met up at Earth Cafe in Santa Monica for brunch or like breakfast or something. And we're there and you're telling me about, we can get into this later, but you're telling me about this story. And I was like, oh my God, I need this to happen. And so while you were telling it, I think I pulled out a sheet of paper and it wasn't a note to you. It was more of a manifestation. That's the way it's written. That's why it's repeated so many times.
I think me and Bella also, there was low-key a moment where both of us were like a little bit crazy.
When? Which time?
Girl, it's when like fucking, it's when like, it was like some
vague.
It was some date. It was some date, and it was like it was like a manifestation portal, and we started becoming like obsessed with it. And then remember, I got freaked out because some girl had their birthday at my apartment, and I knew I had locked the door before, and my roommate at the time didn't tell me that the guy that was peer reviewing my show, who I have a lot of fucking history with, that he didn't tell me that he invited him to our house when I wasn't there, which, like, isn't cool to do.
No, so I think this was, like, our either end of freshman year or sophomore year, and we were both getting the TikTok readings.
Yes, we were getting the TikTok readings, and I would write in my journal, I wrote some crazy-ass shit about not this guy, but about this guy's little. That's one of the reasons we had problems, because I fucked his little. Because he wouldn't fuck me. I don't know why. He's like, it's because you're crazy.
We're investigating that currently. We're gonna find out why.
Do you remember? He's like, your ex's penis has been in you too recently.
Oh,
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what kind of science is that?
It's not.
I'm like, it's not how it works, baby boy. But yeah, I fucked this guy's little. I got really upset because this is like the first time a guy's ever fucking ghosted me. And it was like double homicide too, because it was like, they were like a tag team, and I was like, and I got blacklisted from the frat. I was like, kill myself.
Yeah, that was just like one thing.
It was bad, but I had written all this crazy shit in my journal, and this guy came over to my house, and I didn't know, and my door was locked. My door was locked. And like, it's one of those locks you just have to pop the pin out. Door was locked. Door was unlocked when I got home, and I was like, fuck my life. Who are you texting?
I'm texting one of the kids on my team.
You're like, don't go on the internet right now.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, please block me on everything.
Guys, block me on every platform.
Yeah, that's always scary. Are you going to read the note? Or the manifestation? Wait, can I see this? Okay, so it looks like, oh my gosh, this is so old.
Oh my god, Barron Trump is 6'7".
How tall is Melania?
5'11".
Okay, yeah, so that checks. And how tall is Trump? 6'4"?
6'3", it says. Elon's 6'2".
Elon is real, like, short.
JD Vance is 6'2", that's cap. He definitely paid them to put that. There's, in my head, JD Vance is literally, like, 5'7".
A lot of them are short in my head. You know what, though?
Apparently Trump could run me over like a truck with that
So I saw LeBron today at the tournament. And
LeBron James?
Yes. LeBron James.
James.
He was taking up 2 seats. He's a big guy.
yeah, no shit,
like-
he's a big guy.
No, I know, but like width-wise, not height, width. I wonder what his BMI is. I'm curious.
LeBron James.
LeBron James BMI.
LeBron James width.
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, it's just like very interesting with height because people be like, Bella, you're so tiny, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm also really tall, so what looks really tiny to you in reality is just proportionate to me. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I look at my head next to people and I'm like,
Your head.
yeah.
My sister tells me I have a big head all the time.
Okay, he has a BMI of 27.4, which classifies him as overweight. My dad's also technically overweight.
Really?
But it's like they don't calculate muscle mass.
Didn't they say BMI isn't even accurate anymore?
No, it was just a really good roast.
Okay. No. I'm not saying the roast was bad. I don't think he's like, well, BMI isn't. They don't
BMI
account for that
actually doesn't
accurately.
factor in. Like,
Yeah, they don't account for that accurately.
bruh,
so.
I was like eating this guy up, and he's like, and he's like, well, I'm like I think he was trying to like flex that he's like, well, I do this and I do this, and he goes, what do you do? And I go, I'm in school because I'm fucking 10 years younger than you. You. That's what I was-
Oh my god. Well, how old is he?
Dude.
Is he actually like 30?
He looks 30.
Well, I guess that's all that matters then.
Yeah, it was just really making me upset, like the way
Your age and your BMI are the same.
Yeah.
30. 30.
It was just really making me mad, like the way he was talking about this like one girl, like it was really gross. And like
Well, yeah.
and like very like it felt like rapey, to be honest. Like when guys talk about women like that and they're like, I can fuck her if I want to, it's like, what if she doesn't want you to fuck her? Like what
Yeah.
you're saying is basically like verbal like assault, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's fucked up. And I was like, don't do that. I was like, I'm gonna take the low shot and humble you.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta
Apparently,
do it when you least
though,
expect it.
I think he did get upset after though because I
I
called.
mean, I'd be upset.
Well, I called if I say this name, I called Jesus. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Jesus. Hint, please? Telepathy isn't working right now.
Roommates with homeboy.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And he was like, no, I think the guy realized he was being a fucking asshole when he like
Which time?
when he got home to their house, he realized he was being an asshole, and I was like, yeah, you are being a fucking asshole. Like, don't talk about women that way. It's disgusting. It's also especially disgusting when you look like you're about to like go like work at fucking Maria's in the kitchen. Like, stop.
You know, someone's gotta work at Maria's.
Like you know, like the Italian mustache, like looked almost like an emoji. I'm like, how the fuck does it actually look like that?
Okay, let's move on from this.
Okay,
Let's move
sorry.
on. Let's move on.
Should we get back to the note?
Yes, so tell a story about the note. Well, you can read it now. 'Cause
Okay.
I prefaced.
It says, Bella B will have a three-way, 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 over and over and over again.
Fills the page. It's really
For the entire page, it says Bella B will have
What's the hole in it? What happened?
I was like, maybe that's from Bumpin' and
You should.
Grindin'.
Oh
I'm kidding.
my god! You're like, I've been sleeping with it under my pillow to manifest. Every night, I'm like, I will have a three-way. I will have a three-way.
No, I don't. Three-way is like, a little too. I think
Too much.
I'm too much of a jealous person to have a three-way. I think.
Not with two guys. Yeah, think about that one. Well, what if they're like really into each other? Do you think you would get jealous or no because it's a guy? Like, do you think you would get more jealous?
I think
with a
I'd
guy
just
or a
be
girl?
used to it based on my previous partners and their attraction to males.
You know what? Can't say can't say I don't feel the same way.
It's like reverse how would you like, it's like Eiffel Tower, but like I'm the point of it somehow.
Oh my.
I-
Okay. I really gotta leave you more notes.
I know.
Got some good ones.
Who knew I would have this 3 years later? Also, let me give the context of how that happened.
You gotta get the context. 'Cause
So this guy that like I went to this with, I do not associate with him at all. He is a horrible person. His big is a horrible person who actually sexually assaulted me. And he also got kicked out of his fraternity for trying to sexually assault someone. So apple don't fall far from the tree, I guess. But basically, I was at this like frat party and I was in the bathroom and this kid, oh, you know who also you know who this guy's big is, right?
yes, I think so.
The guy that sexually assaulted me, I had to walk
Yes.
at graduation with today, and you know his ex is also part of his Greek fam. I'm like, perfect.
Wait. Get back to this. The
we got the
situation
demon
at the
squad.
party.
Sorry. But basically, I don't know how this came to be, but this guy was like projectile vomiting, and I somehow ended up like pulling trig for him.
That's hot.
Yeah. It's real hot.
It's just how I wish.
I don't know what's up. Ever since, do you remember when that thing happened? When we were 15? When we like drank alcohol for the first time at our friend's house? Or it was like the third time maybe? And one of our friends got really, really sick and started projectile vomiting.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah, that was awesome.
And for some, you were trying to help,
no.
but you were so drunk, you
Okay.
literally had no idea what you were doing. You kept doing the same thing over and over.
And you know what? I don't remember it, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. But basically, our one friend ate a bunch of fucking hot Cheetos, drank a bunch of, like, Smirnoff, projectile vomited on me. I was wearing a sweatshirt. I was like, it's fine. I take the sweatshirt off. She throws up on me again on my shirt. I'm like, it's okay.
That was like peak COVID.
She
that was
peak COVID, yeah.
We were
And so it was
sleeping.
like, I think it's because it was COVID too. I like had to desensitize myself because I would have started freaking the fuck out otherwise. No, and then she threw up on my bra, and I was like, okay, well, I can't take that one off.
No, but the funny part was that because it was COVID, we thought we were being safe by sleeping in a tent.
Yeah, because we were outside.
Yeah, we were outside,
and then Shadi Bay threw up all in the tent.
I just remember being awoken from a very peaceful slumber to chaos and trying. I don't remember it. I remember people telling me after that I kept being like, do you need me to call her mom? Do you need me to call her mom? I did not have her mom's number.
No, she didn't. And what's even crazier is the girl whose house we were at, her name is, let's call her Lots.
No, let's not get into this.
Let's call her Lots.
Let's.
No, I'm just gonna say, like, what happened.
Okay.
So, her mom, like, would not help us deal with it. Like, her mom, like, you'd think, like, if there's a kid, like, that sick at your house, you'd be, like, taking care of them, you know? Instead, she put full responsibility on me. She's like, ew, I don't like throw up. So, I literally, like, our friend was, like, dead. Like, incapacitated to the point where she was, like, a limp corpse. And I was carrying her around. I was covered in vomit. I had to, like, put her in the shower, and, I was like, girl, I'm really sorry, like, this really, like, I feel bad that, like, I have to do this, and you're so, like, blacked out,
Yeah.
and I know you, like, won't remember me saying this, but, like, I'm sorry, I just, like, I have to do this because you're covered in throw up, and your very strict Korean parents are about to come pick you up. Like, it was not...
What do you remember what happened when they got there? Because I think I was put to sleep.
No, I had to walk her out, and I was like, hey, and I helped put her in the car, I think.
Oh, jeez.
But ever since that, I've been really desensitized to throw up. Like, and I'm not kidding you, like, projectile, like, exorcism,
No, we
hot,
get it. No,
hot
we get
Cheetos.
It.
So bad. But ever since then, I've become kind of desensitized to throw up. So I was pulling trig for this kid, and oh my god, wait, this is the night that other thing happened too. You remember Starbucks guy?
Mm-hmm.
Saw him at graduation today. we're like right next to each other. I'm like, fuck.
That's cute. That's a meet cute.
Yeah.
Meet cute.
Meet cute.
Graduation.
I'm like, hey,
Reunion.
you've like seen every part of my body. Like, what's up for a year? Like, what's good? So bad. But basically, I was at this frat party. I was so hammered, and I was leaning against a sink. This guy, Starbucks guy, walked up to me, bottle of wine in his hand, like finished, and he goes, "You're so sexy," and just grabs me, and we started fucking making out. Starbucks guy, Jesus, who are these people? Seb, baby boy, you know who they are. Well, unfortunately, I'll give you keynotes after.
Finish the story.
What was I saying? Oh yeah,
yeah.
So he walked in and he's like, "You're so sexy." We started like making out so bad, so drunk. I did not realize. One of my friends told me this a year ago. I found this out a year ago. This happened almost 3 years ago. I found it out a year ago. Apparently his hand was in my pants in front of everyone, like at the party, and I was so drunk I didn't know.
You showed me a video.
Yeah, I got a video. It's like
someone not
someone
his hand
took
in your pants, but
someone took a full photo shoot of us with Flash making out, and I didn't even fucking notice.
paparazzi. They're like, "You're a star."
I didn't notice, and then I went into the bathroom. I was so drunk. I thought I was leaning against a wall. I leaned on a shower curtain. I fucking fell through so bad. So fucking bad.
Get to the three-way part, though. This is the
Okay. Sorry, there's a couple more stops we need to make. I end up bringing Starbucks guy home with me. I'm, like, begging him to fuck me. He's also, like, in the most, like, Republican fit. Like, straight leg, like, khaki pants. Like, fucking tree green, like, polo shirt. I'm like, you look like my middle school, like, all-girls school uniform. Like, stop. I'm, like, begging him to fuck me. He's like, I can't. I think he probably had, like, coke dick or, like, drunk dick or some shit. And he stayed at my house, and he just gave me, like, top twice. And I was like, this is kind of weird. And then he invited me. So basically this is what happened. It was Champagne and Shackles at their frat the next week. So this guy, I'm like, oh, like, well, he, like, had been texting me or like, some shit. But the other guy, let's call him Spicoli, because that's what everyone said he looked like, remember?
Yeah.
So Spicoli had texted me and was like, damn, you're kind of cool for that. Like, thanks. Like, will you come with me to Champagne and Shackles? And I was like, yeah, you know what, sure. And he's like, I'm already bringing this girl who's a friend of mine who I had made out with before, who's also bi. But we were always more, like, friendly vibes, just because, like, she's really cool and, like, nice. I'm like, why would I ever try to date someone who's actually normal?
Good for you.
It's
a mystery.
And so, I guess he had known me and this girl had made out before, because he started telling fucking everyone we were going to have a three-way. He also, year younger than me, 2 years younger than the other girl.
No, he had balls for that. That's one thing we're gonna give him.
And he's
he
like
did.
5'6". He's like a horrible
short
person.
king, big personality.
You know, he also dated the girl that I liked last year. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He dated her.
Oh,
they
shit.
dated. They're from the same hometown.
You know, small world.
And she like dated him though. Like after he got kicked out, I was like, girl, like come on.
Questionable.
I'm like, that's real questionable. But basically, he was like, Starbucks guy was like, will you come to formal with me? And I was like, no, I'm already going with Spicoli. And then I'm at this fucking Champagne and Shackles, and I ended up making out with Starbucks guy, Spicoli, and the baddie that I'm friends with. I made out with all of them. All within, like, I was only there for like an hour.
And so you come to breakfast at Earth in Santa Monica, and you're you're telling us this story. No, you're telling us all about this, and you had like made a joke, like you weren't serious about like, oh, I actually want to do this, like I actually want to have a three-way, but you would like said it, and I was like, oh my god, Bella, that'd be lit. That'd be so lit for you, like, come on. And then I wrote the manifestation because obviously the TikTok readings had a hold on us, and
no, they did, which is sad. It's really sad.
It is sad, but you know what? They know.
It says a lot about my mental
They
health.
know how to rope you in, though.
Bro, they do. I always get those ones that are like, a small ugly man is suffering. Right?
You're like, oh my god.
I'm like, yes.
Oh my god, it's so accurate.
I'm like,
They're like-
yes, he
they're
does
like-
still think about me. Like,
He's very short. And I'm like, oh my god, that's the one. That's the one.
he has below average intelligence. Yes.
Yeah. He's treated you poorly in the past, but he wants to change, and you're like, no, that's not, no.
And then like, I don't know. And then,
I don't know,
they're
maybe.
like, and then they're like, he's ugly, and I'm like, yes.
No, and they're like to claim, spit on your finger twice, rub it behind your ear, and make a wish before you go to sleep tonight, and he will come back. And you're like, okay, so what? Spit on my finger. Like, how do I do this?
spin on my fingers, spin 3 times in a circle.
Yeah.
No, this guy, Spicoli, would also, like, text me things that were, like, crazy. Like, I remember before we were going to the formal, like, I think he was probably excited I was, like, responding to him really quickly and stuff, but it's because I was, like, being friendly, you know? And,
God forbid women be nice.
God forbid I be hot and actually respond to you.
Ooh, maybe we should do hot takes.
Oh, like that video we're gonna watch?
Oh, shit. Well, not like that.
That's, like, really bad. Also, like, publicly posting that.
Yeah, no, we'll deal with that
You
one
hide
later.
those demons. It would be like if I posted, like, a clip from this on my main Instagram story with a link.
As you should.
I should do that, though, because this actually is way much better. But anyway, Spicoli would, like, text me, and, like, he, like, said something one time. He was like, guess what? And I was like, what? He goes, you a bad bitch for real. That's what. And then I, like, left it open, and he texted me. He goes, I'm so sorry. I was so fucking high last night. I was like, yeah. Oh, but this is also
That's
crazy.
something.
I was leaving the party. I was so hammered. Also, like, I remember this night because it was like a skiing theme party. And you know those fucking sheer tights that are fleece lined on the inside that look like skin?
Yeah.
I was wearing those, and God forbid I be 6 feet tall with such a long inseam. I was so drunk, I passed out in those. I have never woken up, like, in more pain.
Really?
It literally, like, I'm pretty sure it cut off all the circulation in my legs.
Yeah, because they're so tight and
Yeah, and I took them off. I, like, couldn't walk for a while. Like, I was in so much fucking pain.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a 3-way. But he tried to...
You know
He
what?
was
though?
like-
It could still happen because this paper is still here.
He goes, where are you going? I go, I'm going home, and no, you can't come with me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No invite tonight.
No invite.
Baby boy.
No, it's, like, really bad. I think we also made out a couple other times. Just really horrible. Yeah, but anyway. Sorry.
I think does not want to cooperate.
No, this thing, like, has been... Oh, that's
There you
better.
go.
This thing has been, like, fucked up since last week. Also, me and Bella both aren't wearing shoes.
Oh, my feet are fully. Oh,
Should we do, like, a toe tap?
yeah, but I only have one sock on.
Give me your 1 foot, then.
Do you think we can make a heart?
Oh, shit.
Curl.
It's like our feet are chibbiting.
Oh my gosh, that's enough then. I'm gonna go ahead and say that is enough. I'm so good on
You're
that.
like, I feel verbally assaulted now.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Should we do the public list?
We can
So-
we can go through a few
Yeah,
and then talk about what we think is public
So-
now.
So basically, what I was telling you before, the guy's little who I fucked, Bella met him because he, like, acted like this. He wants to date me. It turns out he wants to date every other bitch. And what's crazy, too, is I have never, like, honestly, no cap, I have sex with women and men, but every man
fucks.
Mama fucks.
She fucks.
Every single guy I slept with, pretty much, I, like, don't know what their dick looks like. I think there's only, like, I was gonna say a number, and I was like, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, no.
I think I only know, like, 5 of them, like, what they look like. Which is not a super high percentage.
How does this have to do with our list?
Well, no, because we were making this list because basically I was in this class called Queer Theory, and I was studying for the midterm, and there was some sort of definition I needed to know. It was like Publix, and it's some like definition for a group of people. So me and Bella started calling people Publix that we just didn't like.
One thing about us is
Because
we're creative.
It's an insult that no one would know, but it was right around the time I was seeing this guy, I remember.
This was...
Because then we listed him. I think we listed in the list and said people whose penises are under 3 inches.
Oh, no, I
No,
don't think that's on there
his-
currently,
his
but that
dick-
can go on there.
His dick was like 3 inches hard, full pubes. I'm like, if
Oh,
your dick
jeez.
is that tiny, at least shave the pubes. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but once again, don't be an asshole and, like, look like you have, like, an enlarged clitoris where your penis should be.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Well, okay, so it looks like we made this October 23rd, 2022. I'm looking at the editing history. So that was 3 years ago.
It says Publix now, and people that are lame/normal.
So, yeah, it's in... Okay, well, the definition below...
Well, this is why it starts off and says all freshmen are Publix. And
Well, no,
that's
no, no.
why...
So the other one is... It says lame, stupid fucking bitches used as a put-down or insult. So that's how
Example.
you use it.
And then
No,
we put
don't.
we put someone's full name. We go blank is a public, like first and last name.
Yeah.
So
We can go down the list alternating unless
Should
it's
we-
something we can't say. You want to go first?
I feel like we should start from the bottom
We
because
should
it's more
start-
modern.
The bottom isn't... Oh, men who can't make
I'm like
women-
guys that date girls a lot younger than them.
Oh, shit.
Both
Okay.
of us are like delete.
So the bottom one is men who can't make women finish, which is obvious. I feel like that's an obvious one. You're public.
Men under 6 feet with blue eyes who have a sex addiction. That's about Starbucks guy.
Men that TikTok. That one.
Men into people in queer studies. I'm in queer studies.
Okay. People who don't cut their toenails. I wonder who that was about.
I think I know who that's about.
All right, we'll recap that later.
Theater majors still relevant. Still relevant.
People that like Zach Bia.
So specific.
I think that's because I really don't like Zach Bia.
No, I know why it was.
I know there are some other things too that have contributed to that being on there, but I think there's another person too that I really don't like that's in the public eye that I used to make jokes about, and Zach Bia was alongside that person.
Who? Oh, bye!
Do you remember? I was like, he didn't invent that. He didn't invent that.
He didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, male business majors, because why?
Explanatory.
Men that
Men that wear heels? Where the fuck
Okay.
did that one go? Oh. I think that made
Okay,
me suck
anyways,
this guy, too.
People that don't have stomach issues. That's
It's really hard. I'm gonna be really vulnerable again. I have IBS.
so. This
I
is
never
like
say
confessional.
that. Well, yeah, it is. I like never say that because people like I'm like they're gonna think you're gross, and it's like
IBS is pretty common.
it's
though.
pretty common, and I literally can't fucking control it. And by that I mean I do have control over my butt somewhat.
She does wear a diaper. You heard it here first.
Bro, my
No,
One of
we
my
don't need to
fam-
get into it. We
one-
don't.
No, one of my family members shit themselves on the way to my graduation.
What?
Yeah,
We
it
need
was
to talk
like
about that
it was
later.
really chaotic. But basically, like a couple months ago, I had gone to the hospital for really severe food poisoning. I said poop poisoning.
I had poop poisoning.
And I was like horrendously throwing up, and my mom just naturally assumed because I was throwing up so badly, I'd be shitting myself too, which only happened twice that time.
Joke's on you, Mom. I only shit myself twice as an adult. recently.
But my mom was like, "You still have the adult diapers?" I was like, "Yes."
Oh my god.
Kill myself.
She's like, I'm giving you adult diapers and Life Alert just in case.
"No."
Ring me if you need me.
No, like one time I almost had to life alert my parents. Okay, wait. I have some questions for
Yes.
you that I want you to answer about me.
Let's do it.
Okay, ready?
Oh yeah.
Number 1. Do you ever use condoms?
How is that about you?
I'm like wondering if I'm a whore. That's what it is.
Do you think I ever use condoms? Yes. Yes. Because
I, no cap, have not used a condom since my
Okay, but
freshman
you-
year of college, I'm pretty
you
sure.
also are on birth control though. And I'm not.
Yeah.
And so I also get like really bad anxiety. I'm like, uh-oh, pregnancy.
Well, you know what's bad? I get like worried about that, and then I'm literally like, I'll be like, "Babe, you can come in me. I'm on birth
please,
control."
please.
Like, girl, you're not accurate enough with the birth control for that to
Yeah.
be like. Well, the thing is, I mean, I've like always. I was getting cum in a lot in like January.
Well, that makes you sound great. You're like, I thought
I'm like, I was
men
a
and women-
big fat cum dumpster in January.
Just a little bit about me. I love 3 ways. I like men and women.
I'm open to all gender
Yes.
identities,
Yes.
except my ex.
Oh, we don't even need to get into that one. All
My
right.
ex, that's the thing.
Yes. The answer to that question is yes.
You know that my ex added me on Snapchat after I talked about them on here?
If you're listening,
I'm like, sorry, and then my other ex unfollowed me. I'm like, did you guys hear what I was saying?
guys, please stop.
I'm like, guys, stop tuning into the info I publicly put on the internet.
Yeah, it's not like anyone could hear
The
this.
thing is, that's like crazy, is if I knew someone and I knew I had this amount of easy access to them just saying personal shit about themselves, I'd be on that hoe.
Oh, I'd be a frequent listener.
I'd be a fucking
I would have
frequent listener.
notifications on. I would have post
I'd
notifications on.
have YouTube live notifications on. The fuck?
I would if it was 11 p.m. every Sunday and I knew someone was gonna be talking shit. Notifications on. I am not making plans.
Notifications
Every single week.
on. Give me a fucking Xanax and my wax pen.
Let me lay down and listen.
Let me lay down, listen, and get a good fucking giggle. And,
Yeah.
like, also, it's not even, like, I can see who's on this. Like, there can be someone else on this that we don't know.
Hi guys.
I was talking mad shit on here last week, and none of our friends were the viewers.
That's what scares me. You have a lot of balls to be doing that because I'm like, I need to keep my shit under
Well,
wraps.
no cap, almost had a heart attack when me, Homeboy, and Jesus, like, all were in the same room for the first...
Me,
like,
Homeboy, and Jesus walk into a bar. Don't fall.
Me, Homeboy, and Jesus walk into a bar. Yeah, we.
Yeah, we did have
I literally, it was on St. Patty's Day. I was hyperventilating and I was freaking the fuck out. And I was telling my friend, I was like, I'm really scared. Like, I'm really, really scared. Like, I'm so scared. And she goes, girl, you can't talk all this shit on the internet and then not own up to it. I was like, you're right.
You're like, you're right, and you know what? I'm gonna do it again next week.
You're right. Let me go be a cunt and act like I have no interest in these people and then talk the most shit about them on the internet. No, one time Homeboy was like, I gotta tune in, and I was like, don't.
Please don't.
I'm like, please don't.
Stay away.
Like, please don't.
Stay away.
Okay, so now that we've gone past the fact that I am a slut, I don't know. It's also, whenever I use condoms, they rip, too.
Okay, next question.
Sorry.
Next question.
I also usually only have, like, that's not true.
Where is this going?
I like, usually, even if I'm not dating someone, I tend to, like, stick to, like, one person. You know? So it's not like I'm, like dick hopping in a... Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. Like, I don't have a comment for that one. I really don't.
What do you think the worst thing I've ever done is?
Okay.
I kind of gave Bella, like, somewhat of a preface for these so
Yeah.
she could think.
10 years of friendship, there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
There's a lot. The first one that came to my mind when you told me this a little bit ago was, I believe this was senior year of high school.
Oh, yes.
Let's set the scene. Senior year of high school, Bella is in a toxic
Like,
relationship.
I'm in, like, a straight-up, like, abusive
It is
relationship.
not good.
It's like it's to the point where, like, I'm having to call the police on certain things.
It's to the
and
point where
stuff.
that's happening, and also, like, all of our friends, like, in our friend group were, like, we had to be, like, yo, we're not gonna hang out with you if you're
Yeah,
still seeing this
like
person.
Bella called me and she was like, I'm gonna be completely honest, like, I love you, but we're not gonna be friends if you're still seeing this person.
Yeah, sometimes it gets that bad, and you gotta throw in some threats.
Well, it was really bad too because they were older than me and I was in high school and they were like
Yeah.
giving me drugs and like all this stuff.
It's hard to see it too when you're in that, but
yeah, and it was COVID too.
yeah. So all of that is going on, and we had our graduation, and this person was supposed to come and did not show.
I also, another thing is I almost didn't graduate because of this person because they threw me so off track with how emotionally abusive they were being and like other things.
Yeah, so I remember you calling me one day, and you were furious, and you were like, yeah, guess what I just did? Like, proud
Okay.
of this. You were proud of
Well,
this.
also,
moment,
let me
too.
give the context of our graduation.
Yeah.
Our graduation, because it was COVID, it was in real life, but we could only have 2 guests. My mom and my grandma were there. My dad wasn't there, which made me really upset because he was like filming and he couldn't go through the quarantine, which just like was horrible for me. And it was like really important that all she had to do was tune in on Zoom. That's all she had to do.
Yeah,
She had
this was
to click a Zoom link, and her entire excuse was that she was like, I didn't want to text your mom because I knew your mom was mad at me. I'm like, oh yeah, my mom was mad at you after you like literally screamed at the top of your lungs in our fucking hotel room when the police were coming to interview me. That's the other thing. I was getting stalked at the time. Remember?
Yeah, well, so the thing with our graduation, it was the same shit with prom, because we took each other to prom.
Yeah.
So, that was just fucking crazy. But anyway, so this was like right when things were starting to like open up. Like COVID was still very much a thing, but everything was starting to open up. So like our graduation, like we like you said, we could have guests, but it was broadcasted on Zoom for everyone because it
Like
was small.
so easy to access.
Yeah, and so she couldn't join. I don't know if you want to say why.
I'll tell you why she didn't join. She didn't join because she was doing fucking blow with her friends. And also, I was in high school. So like that, like I know in college, like you see people doing that shit all the time. But seeing that in high school, when I think I had just turned 18.
graduated, like just turned 18.
Like, how fucking shitty, especially when I almost didn't graduate because you and your fucking crazy ass mom, who has the same name as Pastry,
and that says
were
enough.
getting me drugs.
Yeah, well, so
And like it was like it was I broke up with her one time because she was so insane and she faked suicide. She faked suicide and I had to call the police, show me like all this blood, everything on FaceTime. I tried calling her entire family, they wouldn't pick up. I eventually like got in contact with one of her friends and her friend was like, yes, we need to call the police. This is very serious. And so I called the police and it turns out it was all like a bit and it was like fake and then her family got mad at me. They also breathalyzed her because she told me she like smashed like a handle completely sober. It was all an act. It was FX makeup to make me get back together with her.
that's like some true theater kid shit too.
No, that is like...
FX makeup.
And then her family got mad at me and said, you didn't need to call the police. I was like, there's 8 family members I called multiple times. Of course I need to call the police. Like, you know...
So you call me, and this was right after like all of this shit happened with our graduation where she couldn't join the Zoom, and you were like so proud of this too at the time, and you were like,
I low-key-
guess what but you were still like fuming, like this was like right
No,
after you
I'm
did it.
not, guys. I have like anger issues sometimes too, and like I don't have bipolar, but like I feel like I do get manic sometimes.
Yeah, so you call me and you're like, guess what I just did? I'm like, oh shit. Because this was just a time where, like, you had just, like, a lot going on.
Well,
because
also,
of this person.
the other thing is, like, I was so fucking angry, and there had never really been anything this person could do to like make me
you that
like
mad.
make me that mad and make me be like, I'm done, I'm blocking you, we're done, fuck you. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And this made me that fucking mad. It's my graduation. How fucking dare you? Like, how dare you do that? And it got, like, I literally, she's, like, blowing up my phone, and I just, like, get to a point where I just block her, and I go to sleep, and honestly, like, I felt the most relief I felt in, like that entire relationship from that. But then the next day, we had volleyball practice, and so I don't unblock this bitch, I pull up to volleyball practice, and then I pull up to this girl's apartment after. Continue? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I get a call, and she's like, you're like, guess what I just did? I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, what, Bella? What'd you do? She's like, I'm at Kylie's apartment right now. Oh. Okay. I'm at this girl's apartment right now. Let's just move her right on top of that. Let's just... That's a fake name, by the way. She's like, I'm at Kylie Jenner's apartment, and I just dumped protein powder everywhere. Like, just made the biggest mess. And I'm like, I don't even remember what I said. I was like, uh-oh, like, what happened? And I think you had, like, told me something about Kylie Jenner not joining the Zoom for our graduation.
Let's choose a different fake name.
I'm just not gonna say
Well,
anything.
I was just so mad. I was so mad, and like what I did was wrong, but I did pay for it. And by that I mean my parents did, because they had to. But like I literally.
I would say that's the worst thing in high school. I don't think you've done anything that bad within the past. Well, you also had a phase where you were like,
that's also not the only thing I did when I was there.
yeah,
I took 2 gallon things of protein powder, and I literally fucking poured them all over this person's apartment.
yeah,
Like all over, and honestly, like
that was your destruction phase though, because that was also around the time where we had a surge of you feeling the need to
meet someone's house.
to throw meat or fish or anything you could find that you thought was gross at the supermarket on people's front lawns. Because you know what? That's what you do when you're in high school.
I like guys, like actually this relationship I was in, it fucked me up so badly. Like it still to this day like fucks me up. It was so bad, and it was so horrible, and it was so shitty too that like I feel like her family would place blame on me, and I was like, which one of us is 2 years older than the other, and which one of us is a minor and which one's not?
Yeah. Okay, what's the next question?
Oh no, but let me. So I took 2.
Also,
like,
how late
We
are
can
we?
go, however. I don't think. Can you check to make sure there's no one outside the window? Pull that shit back. No, do it the other way. Or actually, it's fine. If no one's knocked, they're probably not
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
No, but basically, like I know people say like the instant mashed potatoes on the lawn, the glitter like in like whatever. No, whey protein, babe. 2 gallons of whey protein, literally flip them over everything. Everything was sticky. Everything was sticky. Sucked for me because I had to pay to get it cleaned, but everything was sticky. Not to be an inspiration, but yeah, that was bad. Shouldn't have done that. Definitely circumstantial based on like the emotional threshold I had based on the person I was with. And yeah, crazy. I also stabbed her bike tire with a knife. So
I don't remember that one.
So she couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Bike tire. Did she not have her car at that point?
Do you not remember? She had like 9 cars while we were dating.
And a bike.
She kept
And that was
totaling
the-
them.
Yeah, that was the prefer. Oh, I do remember
She
that.
like totaled like 2 or 3 cars.
Oh yeah. Well,
Anyway.
next question.
Anyway, next question. What do you think is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done?
Okay, so this one's also from
You're
high
like
school.
dating that person.
Well, yeah. I have 2. One is just your taste in men in general. The other one, or people, not just men, because remember, she fucks. But that's a big one. We don't need to get into that too much. But in high school, this was, again, our senior year. I think this was closer to the end of the year. We had a volleyball tournament, and I remember that day because our coach was not there, so we had another coach filling in. And
It was our boy.
it was our boy.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was filling in that day, and this was also like peak COVID. Actually, no, it wasn't peak COVID. It was dying down. We still had to wear masks, though.
It was like peak of COVID in society, if that made sense. Like of COVID still going on, but us like getting back
Like
to the
reintegration.
normal.
Yes. So we were playing at this smaller facility, and we were playing. This was like PVL league, right? So normally with volleyball, how it works is it's SCBA, and you have like all of these teams. You can move up, down, like whatever division, whatever. But normally with SCBA, you play like a ton of different teams. But because of COVID, the league that we were in, we'd play like the same teams. Do you remember this? Like we'd play in the same league, like at the same place every time.
Yeah, and then there would also be teams. I'm like, didn't we play them? And they're like, no, it's a different like Mizuno Long Beach team. And I'm like,
Yeah, but it would be like it would be a way smaller pool of teams because of COVID, and we would be at the same facility every time. It was like the bright lights and the bright. It was just very memorable time. But
so
we're
much fun.
playing, and this is my recollection of it. Is I remember the ref blowing the whistle, and I see you like kind of hunched over, and I'm like, what happened?
I know exactly.
And
We were in row 2 receive, and I know it's because
oh my gosh.
Kaya was right behind me, and she saw it happen, and she like held her hand up.
Behind you. You mean row 1 maybe?
Well, I think it's row because
Row 1 you're on the right, and
No,
she's
I
behind.
think I was
running
playing.
forward.
I think I was playing Oppo in the game.
Oh, maybe it
And
was.
so
row
it
two.
was row 2, and she like had to
Yeah.
go in front of me.
Yeah.
And basically, like, what happened is during COVID, I don't know what happened because I was genuinely, like, I kind of lost my, like, baby fat stuff during COVID, and, like, I became very fit, and, like, a lot more fit than I am now because I obviously don't play sports anymore. But, like, body was T as fuck. Like, body fat percentage, like, 0.2%. And
the BMI was going crazy.
The
In
BMI
2021.
The BMI was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I developed this thing where every time I ran with a mask on, it would cause me to throw up. I think it was asthma, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But this was like never a thing before. I was like never a vomit person.
I've never claimed to be a vomit person. I've never claimed to piss
college.
myself.
I've
never claimed
to
to own adult diapers. And these are all the things I never claimed.
Like allegedly, there's adult
Yeah.
diapers in my
Like,
closet.
I don't know. Might have to check on that.
But so I would throw up anytime I ran, and also
It was normal. That is the other thing, though. That was normal.
It
for
was
you at that
it was
point.
normal for me, and the doctors still don't know why exactly that was happening. I think it may have also been anxiety, like combined.
Potentially, yeah. But so there was a period of time before, like leading up to this tournament, where you would just excuse yourself. When we would run, you would excuse yourself to the bathroom for a second. We all knew you were throwing up. And
I
then you
felt
would come
bad
back.
too because the coaches probably thought I was like drinking or something. I'm like, no, like I'm having medical problems.
Yeah, but it was just like normal at that point because you never made a big deal of it. You were just like, okay, like we're gonna run. After we run, you go to the bathroom. While
And
we're
it was
out
never food. It was just
No,
water.
it was always water.
It was
And
always just straight water.
This was the funny part about it was I remember like seeing you hunched over, ref blows the whistle, and everyone's like freaking out, and I'm like, what's going on? Because I just like wasn't paying attention. I don't even know what I was looking at, to be honest. Because I was like, if we were in row 2, I was in the back row, like just playing. I was getting ready to pass, like serve receive, like whatever. And then all of a sudden you're going to the trash can, and our boy is like patting your back, and I'm like, what the? And you pull your mask down, and it's just water. Vomit is just. So this was my perspective of it. This is what I saw. I see you pulling the mask down, and there's just. We've had a lot of vomit talk today on here.
I'm like, have I turned everyone off ever to me?
But yeah, you had thrown up in your mask, and then you needed a second. You empty out the mask. I think you get a new mask. and just go back on, and we kept playing. But that, I think, that was just
Well,
pretty-
let me give some additional details that add to this. So, basically, I didn't want to throw up. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, it'll stay in. Like, it's fine. You just feel nauseous. The
I
guy
think it feels like that too sometimes when you're like playing
yeah,
and
like,
it's
well,
a long
it's
rally
especially
or
because of
whatever.
the masks. Like, it just always felt like we could barely breathe.
Yeah.
Like, it
No,
felt
I
like
remember
we could-
that. Especially long rallies. We were like in our masks, like,
And also, I'm like a hitter. So I'm like, every
Yeah.
time I'm transitioning and I'm jumping every single fucking time. Like, it was a lot. And basically, the whistle blows. I don't know if they served the ball or if they were about to, but I threw up. I'm like hunched over. Kaya raised her hand. She's like, sorry, we need a second. I like run over to the trash can, not because I need to throw up more, but because I need to obviously like discard what was going on.
because
Like-
the mask was catching that shit.
Well,
It wasn't just.
I don't know what is. I think I had the mask on. Homeboy and our boy are two different people for clarity. But our boy came over and he's like, "You got it, champ! Like you're so good. You're so." Oh, also another thing. This happened on live stream.
All of our
All this
games
happened on live stream, and this
were
is
broadcasted.
like luckily this.
I wish we could find the footage of that. Do you have it?
No, I do have it.
Yeah,
I do have it. I fear.
we gotta watch.
I
it
also
later.
have footage of when me and Katrina like fucking collided.
Collided. I have so much footage of me and Bellaro colliding.
No, it was, but so basically the mask, I threw up in it, it was live streamed, our boy was like, you're good, and then he's like, take your time, I'm like, I don't need time, like that, it's like, once it happens, it's done, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, once it happens that one time, it's not gonna fucking happen again. And so we, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I went to my bag to get a new mask and didn't realize, a new Pride mask, by the way. I was wearing Pride masks.
Yes, they were the rainbow masks.
Yeah, I didn't realize how waterproof these masks are. So I go to pull my mask down to like change it because I was going to go to the trash can and swap it so there was no like open mouthness, you know? And when I went to go bend over, it turns out my mask was full of water vomit. And so when I bent over,
What do you mean turned out?
it,
You're like, where did you think it was going?
But this girl on our team, my throat went all over her bag. And I felt really bad because she has autism too, so she was like tweaking out about it. And I was like, of all people, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. Really funny story.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Was that the last question?
No.
No? Oh.
If I were a vape, which flavor would I be and why and which brand?
I feel like you would be a geek bar for sure, because you
I
would
feel-
have that pulse about you. You gotta have that pulse. I think maybe, I don't know what flavor. They have so many.
I think I'd be that cool mint, like,
You'd
geek
be
bar that's
whichever
silver.
one is the really like strong one that like hits ya.
Like the one that, like, your throat feels like it's getting, like, assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, well, I think we should start wrapping things up, but I do want to ask you about this since you...
Oh, God.
So I wanted to make this thing called Bella's Book, which is a bunch of words that me and Bella use that are, like, colloquial that other people don't really know.
Mhm.
But I couldn't come up with enough of them. But Bella really wanted to... I'm like, I didn't know. God forbid I was graduating. Like, my bad. Bella wanted to talk about this thing she just called auramaxing.
Okay, yeah, you can talk about auramaxing. Well, so I didn't know these were like words that other people don't use. I don't know if people use auramaxing.
I think auramaxing is in the public eye.
This, I think it's kind of in the public eye because I know looks maxing is a big one for the kids. Like all my kids are like, oh, that's looks maxing or whatever. I don't know what it means, but I kind of claimed auramaxing because I know that they use aura, like, oh, that's negative aura or like whatever. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not really hip to whatever is going on, aside from like Huzz, which is a big one. But Oramaxing. So I would describe it as like raising my vibrations. Like I've been taking all my vitamins. I've been taking my sea moss. I've been.
I thought you were gonna say using my vibrator on full speed. You're like,
You
that
thought
could be
that's
Oramaxing.
what Oramax. So Oramaxing is anything that you are doing to like make yourself cool, or like make yourself better. So like lately, I'm like, okay, I wanna.
Could you also, like, what if you're trying too hard to look cool then? Then that's not Oramaxing, I don't think.
No, so
right?
let me give you examples of like what I've been doing to Oramax. So what I do is I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up every day and I'm gonna take my vitamins, I'm gonna take my greens, I've been taking sea moss, and then I'll like go out in the sun and I'll go on really long walks. So I'm like doing stuff that's good for me and like things that I've been trying to do for a long time that are good for me. But then I'm like, okay, I also have been going to yoga and I namaste and I relax. No, that's what it is though. It's for me, it's being more like authentic. So that's what Oramaxing is, but you can also use it in a more like a funny way of like, oh, I'm doing something cool right now, I'm Oramaxing. But it's not like intentional unless it's self-care, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? So like you on the boat yesterday, Oramaxing, because you're doing cool shit.
Because I incapacitated myself.
Oramaxing.
Oramaxing.
You didn't necessarily mean to. You didn't mean to drink 6 bottles of champagne yesterday.
So
You
bad.
did.
My friend was like, he's like, yeah, I think I know when we got so drunk. It's because there were 6 bottles, only 3 of us were drinking them, and we finished them.
Yeah, but that's Oramaxing, and that's what I'm like, okay, I'm Oramaxing. But it can't be like too crazy. It has to be like subtle or like a routine.
Highlights Oramaxing.
Yeah, so this was part of my Oramaxing. I got my highlights. I've been getting tan. That's Oramaxing.
I've been getting tan too.
So you've been Oramaxing without even knowing it.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. It's like chill, it's low key, but people notice because it's something different about you.
So what are chuz and huz? I'm like, am I?
You don't know what chuz and huz are? I
Is
learned
huz
this
like my husband?
No. So I learned this from the kids that I coach, but through one of the coaches that I work with. And the way that they described it is huz is like, say we're like walking down the street and we see a guy and he's like really cute. Like that's huz. Like that's like a hot guy.
That's like your husband. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
okay, well, that's what I thought initially, but I guess it means like hoe. And then chuz is chopped huz.
I've seen like fine shit.
Fine, yes.
Fine shit with a Y.
Yeah.
Like I'm hip.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a big one. I think a lot of the high schoolers, so I was at the beach with one of my friends the other day, this was a few weeks ago, and we're tanning. And when I'm at the beach, I don't want to be approached. I really don't.
You get approached so much when you're at the beach. Bella will like call me and she'll be like, Amanda's put his hands over my eyes.
Okay, well that was a crazy thing that happened. That has not happened multiple times, but I'm at the beach with my friend.
Remember when that crackhead tried to feed my dog a rock and I had to start screaming at him to
Okay,
get the
well,
fuck away from us?
Yeah. No, I do remember that. But we were at the beach, and I really don't want to be approached at the beach. Like I'm minding my own business. I'm Oramaxing at the beach.
Yeah.
And so we're laying there, and these kids, of course, and this is so typical like high schooler, but like I don't know how old people think I look, but I feel like I don't look like a high schooler.
Dude, people said shit to me too. I'm like, I have tats. Like there's no way you thought I was yadded up at 15.
I'm 15 and I'm Oramaxing.
I'm 6 feet, I have tattoos and 95 piercings, and I'm 15.
No, so we're laying there.
Put me on to How to Catch a Predator.
Yeah, we have these kids playing spike ball far away, Bella, like far away, but they were being obnoxious and kept hitting the ball closer and closer to us while we're laying there tanning. Like I have my eyes closed.
And
you're
with your kids you coach?
No. I'm just with like a friend. Like just tanning at the beach, like minding our own business. Like we're having a conversation, but we're like heads down, like relaxing. And eventually, of course, they hit the ball onto the towel, and 2 of them come over, and they literally were like 15 or 16.
Those are always the people with the most confidence. Like they just hit puberty and they feel all the emotions.
They think they're invincible, and they're like, Sorry about that, ladies. They came up and they said that to us. And I didn't even know what to do. I was like, what? And they did it like 3 more times. But I am pretty sure Fine Shit was in there somewhere. And people also make videos where they like go
They
up-
called you fine shit?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's good that...
I was flattered that the youngins still think
Yeah,
that
that the youngins know that grandma got it.
Yeah, but
Okay, this is one of my favorite words that like not enough people know about. Boner. Like obviously there's boner like an erection, but I like to use yes. Like you guys didn't know. But there's boner in the sense of just like you fucking suck.
like don't be a boner.
Like Spicoli, you're a fucking boner.
I heard that from
Starbucks guy, you're the world's biggest boner.
Yes.
Like, and it's just someone that fucking sucks. They're just like a pain in your ass. Like, I think the way I almost think of it is like, you know when you wake up next to a guy and they just get like morning wood and there's just like dick in your back.
I don't want to agree or disagree to that. Just because I get scared that this is broadcasted.
I was dancing with someone and I literally he walked away. This is not Coachella. He walked away and I go to my friend and I go, I can literally feel his dick in my butt. Like it's like that always that's what happens. But I think that's where the term comes from, where it's like they're so they want you so bad and you're like you're a fucking boner, or they're like
I don't think it's even like
I don't even think they need to want you bad. They just suck. They can just be the worst.
I heard that word first like a few years ago from one of my friends.
I think it was me.
No. I know who it was. It was John Spinelli. I don't think he'd get mad if I used his name to credit him for that. But he used to use that like all the time. And so I used it for a little bit, but then I stopped. But I love that. I think that's a good word.
It's an awesome word.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're a fucking boner. And then it's even better when like people don't even know why you're insulting them.
Well, yeah, that's always the case though.
Where it's like there's something so offensive that you don't I don't even have the time to like think of what to say. Oh, should this be the one we close out on?
What is it?
Me and Bella coined this term 2 fucking years ago.
Is this the one we were talking about earlier?
And somehow the age of hasn't changed. It's the term emotional support 26-year-old.
Ah, yes.
Because somehow it originally started with me because like my best friend at school was like 26, and then it went.
I don't think that's where it originated. I think we connected it to that, but I think it originated somewhere else.
Was it the?
It's what you're thinking. There's no other option. The what? No. We didn't coin it that long ago. I know when it was coined because I'll tell you, we'll talk about it after. But
No, I'm pretty sure we coined it with Adam. Because remember
we're
he.
supposed to say is oh yeah, you can say that. No. I remember I need to tell you after, but I remember why. It's someone else. But yes, it was connected initially to Adam, and he remains the primary emotional support 26-year-old. So
Yeah, he's the main emotional support 26-year-old. But then
there have been others that have come and gone.
there have been other people on both of our ends that have come in and out. Some are in right now for me. I'm like I don't know actually.
We are unsure, but yeah, describe that one.
Describe what?
Emotional support.
Emotional support 26-year-old is someone you're very close to who somehow does not understand how much younger you are than them, but you get along so well.
Yeah, and they don't even have to be 26. It's just like funny because we're so young, and like I feel like we have.
We also coined this when we were like 19. We weren't even in our.
Dude. No.
Yes.
No.
No, because you remember.
No, we did not coin this when we were 19. I swear. We coined this about a year ago. A year and a half ago. Yes. We were like, we were 20. We were 20 when we coined this. We had just turned 20, actually. I vividly remember. I can tell you the full story of it later. I just can't tell
No,
you.
but yeah, but now I was.
We've always been referring to people like this, though, because I feel like we do have a lot of people that are a lot older than us in our lives.
We do.
Randomly.
We
like
do.
weird random things. But I think we coined it, like, initially. Like, we've been referring to it for a while, but we coined it, I think, a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Damn.
Because it's been a constant, but
It's been constant and somehow it's still constant now.
it is, and it's funny.
I told Homeboy about that.
It's always a funny joke.
And
And
then
it's like,
I'm
I'm
pretty-
emotional support to
that-
a 6-year-old.
that actually may have been when he realized he wasn't as old as he thought he was. And I was like, I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah, like, how do you not know how old you are?
I'm like, how do you not know when you have it?
It's like me being like, I don't know if I'm 21 or 40.
me when I bring like
Grandma
my
still got it.
me when I'm under like me when I was underage at the bar. I'm like, oh, I didn't know this wasn't my ID.
I'm 33.
I thought I was
and I'm
33.
from Arizona. What are you talking about?
And I have brown eyes and I'm fucking 5'2".
I have green eyes and I'm 4'11". What? 4'11" with heels. I feel like that's a good one to end on. It's getting late. It's getting late.
Do we have any closing remarks?
Oh
Oh my god, wait, I have to say
We're about to
something.
Oramax. We're gonna hit top.
I hopefully will be back here. Well, I have to be back here in the fall for a class, for one class. I'm commuting twice a week. But I asked them to do my radio show, obviously, because I love doing this. I still want to be here. But I asked them, like, I need a very specific time to do it. So this could be the last time that we're in
Oh, wow.
here talking.
I'm honored to be the last one.
Yeah, I love you guys, and thank you so much for like my friends for like listening to this. I know it's super late, and I know I talk about the most insane shit, but I love being here, and I love Chapman Radio, and I'm so grateful that I've had this platform and this outlet to be absolutely insanely myself. And I hope to see you guys next semester. But if I don't, thank you for like everything. Love you guys. Love the Henley basement. And yeah, if you graduated, happy graduation. We ate that shit up. People about to be so confused when I come back in September.
You're like, I walked and
People are probably like, yeah, this bitch is leaving. Thank God. And then I'm like in their senior seminar
Psych.
class. I'm like,
Psych. Psych.
I'm gonna be like Starbucks guy. That's
Oh,
well,
God.
that's why he wanted this semester. Anyway, all right. Well, I love you guys. Happy summer. And also, I'm
Hags.
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 Also, if you what was I gonna say? Oh, I think I'm gonna start live streaming just on my own at home. If you guys want to listen, I can do it at times that aren't like the worst ever. But follow Model Behavior on air. That's the Instagram. And follow us on TikTok. By us, I mean me. It's just me.
Yeah, I'm not on there.
Follow me on Instagram. My username is @Bella Bernhardt, BERNHARDT. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Love you guys. Hags! Hags!
Hags.
Woo!
As bad as I want to, as bad as I want to.
Wait.
So give me your best and I'll give it away. As bad as I want to, as bad as I want to, as bad as I want to, as bad as I want to.